This camera position is also my Zoom setup. You know how when you're sat in Zoom for meetings for hours and half the time you're just staring at your own little square? Because meetings are like that sometimes. I realised my background was a bit bland, so you know, felt the need to add a little bit of colour. And anyway, too much Zoom. Right, forget that. Let's go for a run and de-stress. Oh, my right hip flexor tied up immediately. It's one of the problems of mixing rock climbing and running. Sometimes you work your muscles in your legs in strange ways, and oh, it hits you when you go running. Tap it out, let it all warm up. It's a chilly, sunny autumn morning, so one of the best days of the year for running, particularly if you're trail running. Got my buff, didn't go with gloves today, hands are a little bit chilly. See if they get better as I warm up. So stress. When I was younger, I think my body was pretty good at piling on the stress and dealing with it. And as I'm getting older, I don't do so well. I'm a little bit more susceptible to it. With most stress, if it's things you have to do, you get on and do it, and you feel better, and your stress levels go down. But at this time of the autumn year, the autumn term of teaching, it's always really busy, and there are things that are out of my control that I worry about, and that stress I can't do much about. Leaves are coming down. You could say that if you're worried about something you can do something about, then do something about it, and if you're worried about something you can't do something about, then don't worry about it. But of course it's not that easy, is it? The human brain doesn't work like that. This is where I fell over last time. Oh, it's not full of water now. That's a lot easier when it's not full of water. Oop. So running is really important to me. Oop. I've done it since I was a kid. I've worked quite hard at it. I've gotten quite good at it. And nowadays I run because it's fun. Although I do have that 100-miler idea floating around in the back of my head. And running, going outdoors, exercise, tend to be good at balancing stress, removing stress in most people, right? Exercise is the magic bullet. So if you can find something that you like doing that's also exercise, win-win. This is not fast running, it's fun running. But there is something you can do to help somebody else's stress levels, and what you can do is you can say, don't worry, I got this. It's the sea over there. Oh, this is hard work. Uphill and thick mud. Oh, that was a good hill climb. Oh, lovely. What I mean by that is that you can take on a role, a task, a job that will solve their problem. One example of this I used recently is the garage. So the van is 20 years old, it has a number of problems, but I have a garage that I take it to, and I'm confident that they will always be able to say, don't worry, I got this. They're happy and confident they can fix anything, from taking the engine apart and rebuilding it to welding it back together again. And that takes a lot of stress off. I still have to worry about paying for it and time, but having somebody that says, don't worry, I got this, really helps. I have a lot of people at work that are reliable like this and do this for me. If I have a problem, they will get to grips with it and say, all right, I understand what you're trying to do. This is how we go about doing it. Whoa. Don't worry, I got this. And I see that in other people, because that's something I actively try to do as well. If there's something I can do for someone else that solves their problem, reduces their stress, I say, don't worry, I got this. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, because often it's easier for you to do something than it is for somebody else, just because of your skill set, or your knowledge, your experience, that sort of thing, right? The guys I play games with online will laugh at this, because there have been a number of examples where the team has been down, we've been up against something difficult, I'm the last man standing, and I've said, don't worry, I got this. And usually catastrophe follows. So, you know, I've learned from that, and now I try and pick somebody up, and then we go on from there. And I don't think this is something that adds particularly to my stress levels, because these are usually things I pick up that I'm confident, that I'm competent in. Really, I feel like I can do this more easily than the person that's worrying about it. And also because you're kind of doing a good thing, you feel good about it in yourself, and that helps with stress as well a little bit, doesn't it? Middle-aged men like me aren't very good at asking for help, so sometimes somebody else stepping in and saying, don't worry, I got this, it's a really big help. Green spaces, so important. That way, or that way. Let's go that way. Change my mind, let's go that way. If you run a lot, particularly cross country, and you develop the network of parts in your hippocampus, it's great. You can kind of make it up as you go then. And sometimes when you're very fit, you can go down paths you don't know where they go, and just find out where they go and add to that path network. We probably do this as parents all the time, don't we? Don't worry, I got this. Oh, noisy birds. Right, Annabelle's horse riding today, and she's in a Christmas, I don't know, float carnival or something this afternoon, evening, so better take her to that. So maybe something to consider, you know, if you can manage it, if you have the expertise, if you see that you can solve somebody else's problem, say, don't worry, I got this. Except if you're like playing Gears of War 5 and you're the last person standing at wave 50 on horde mode, and you know. There is another method I use to manage my own stress levels. Yeah, okay, coffee is the solution to everything, but I don't recommend this method to everybody because it's quite expensive, but something that really helps my stress levels. Bit of an extravagance, but it will take me from between now and Christmas probably to make this. Yeah. And it's like running in the mud, isn't it, really? It's like it's going back to your childhood as an adult. Wow, that is huge. That's going to be amazing. 4,000 pieces. 18 plus it says on it. Why does it say 18 plus on it?